Shortcuts on the field, defenders they shiver. Goalkeepers nervous, strikers they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted, you can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
Hello everybody, how you doing? So welcome to the show today, welcome to the channel. So basically what we'll be doing today is giving live updates on the Champions League games taking place today, starting with Arsenal versus Athletic Bilbao game. The game has already started a couple of minutes in. I think Arsenal have gone with a fairly strong lineup. I think they've gone with Raya, Ingo, Timber, Mosquera, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi, scored a brilliant goal. Rice, Merino, Eze, Madueke, Gyökeres. Pretty strong lineup from an Arsenal point of view. I wonder what Arsenal fans think about Noni Madueke. I wonder what Chelsea fans think of him as well, because he had a very good performance, in the weekend in the Premier League game. So, and everyone has been raving about him, and some Chelsea fans are wondering why, Chelsea had let him go. For me, it's just crazy why Chelsea even thought about selling him, because that just made no sense in my humble opinion. It made zero sense, because we know how good Noni Madueke is. Although some people were just bent over badly to sort of say he was bad, trying to give him a bad rep. Some people were talking about things that had no bearing, with respect to his play. I'm talking about he sagged his pants or his shots or something. But that's just silly talk. Now Madueke is there doing the business, playing like I expected he would, and things he always has done in Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Bournemouth, tons and tons of games. So no one should act shocked. I know that a lot of us Chelsea fans, I know, that will be going on about saying, isn't that good, isn't that great? He is very good. Ask yourself this question. I'm a Chelsea fan as well, but ask yourself this question, Chelsea fans. Is Pedro Neto really, really better than Pedro Neto? Be honest. Be honest. Is he really better? No, I don't think he's that much better. I don't think he's even better. So, fair play. The match begins. Let it be about. So 0-0 so far. 0-0 so far. It seems like Arsenal are having the better of the play. So let's see as the game continues to develop, continues to evolve. Early kickoff. Kicking off about 5:45. So good one. Eze gets to start as well. I wonder what Arsenal fans are thinking about Ebereze. I think Ebereze was a good signing by Arsenal. And I was thinking Chelsea getting Xavi Simons would have been the anti-Eze signing, but for whatever reason, they mocked up around about it, which is what this board does a lot of times. This Chelsea ownership group, what they do, they're absolute layups, and then suddenly they mess it up. They have Victor Osimhen, and they mess that up as well. So we'll be giving you live updates on the game as it progresses, goes, and talking points. So stick with me on this one, and let's go. So just predictions for this game. A little bit while have gone with what seems to be a strong lineup. But on the other hand, you have Inaki Williams, but no Nico Williams. I wonder if he's injured or something, because he should be starting. Well, I think this should be, I wouldn't say an easy win, but a comfortable win. Is that okay to say? A comfortable win for Arsenal, in my humble opinion. So let's see how it shakes down. So we're focusing on this game today. Arsenal versus Bilbao. League phase, the first game of the Champions League or 2025-2026 Champions League season. Let's go into it. Thoughts and opinions on this. Arsenal should win this. If Arsenal only draw, it's an absolute disappointment. A loss would be crazy, but I think Gyökeres has found form for Arsenal. Fair play to them. So I think he's going to be in among the goals today as well. Ebereze, I think, may get an assist, if not a goal too. Noni Madueke will do his bit. So, top mark, let's see how it all shakes down. So, Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, how you feeling about this game? Bilbao fans, if there are any of you watching this stream, what are your opinions on this game? How do you see it going? So far, so good. It's 0-0. We'll go to the lineup again. So, Bilbao, they've got Bilbao have got Inaki Williams, Sunset, Navarro, Brenega, Vesiga, Mikel. We've got Adama Boyero, left back. We've got Paredes, head of defense, Vivian, Grosbell. Then, of course, Arsenal have got Gyökeres. We've got Ebereze. We've got Noni Madueke. We've got Rice. Rice has already picked up a yellow card. Wow, that's quick. Zubimendi, Merino, Calafiore at left back. Calafiore, I wonder what you think about Calafiore. For me, I look at Calafiore and I feel like, is he really a left back? But maybe I think he's the most left back of all the defenders Arsenal have. But fair play, and then Gabriel and Mosquera starting Timber. I think that was a good buy. That was a good pickup by Arsenal, Mosquera, because usually Saliba will always pick up his mandatory season injury, whether it's at the start of the season or at the midpoint of the season. And what used to happen in the previous season was once Saliba or Gabriel picked up an injury, there was no one really that could come off the bench and be a real good stopgap. And I think Mosquera is a real good stopgap for Arsenal. So I think Arsenal fans, you guys should be clapping and building altars in the honor of better, because he has really changed the game in terms of how you sign players. So 0-0 so far. Arsenal supposedly going for a 4-3-3, so Madrid on one side, Eze on the other. So when I look at Ebereze, when I look at Noni Madueke, when I look at Xavi Simons, I look at Kudus, I ask myself, what has Chelsea boss been doing? Like, how in the world did you let Madueke go? You didn't make any move for Eze. The Kudus deal, you wanted to be too smart with it. Player plus cash, and of course West Ham rejected it. And then Xavi Simons, I was right there, absolute layup, absolute layup, and then you weren't able to get it done. So that's just an absolute joke right now. Declan Rice yellow card confirmed, so he has to be careful. This is just 9 minutes in and he's already on the yellow card. So just hoping he doesn't get kicked off, doesn't get a red card. Arsenal fans feeling confident about this one. So let's go with the game. How is it going on? Live updates, that's what we're giving you right here on here. The results, bookings, will be giving reactions to the game afterwards. So I would like to know what you're thinking as well. And for me, I'm also excited that Chelsea is back in the Champions League. We are back where we belong. So let's see how it all shakes down. Let's see how it all shakes down. So let's see if we can get something on. Let's see how it shakes down. Arsenal should be winning this one comfortably, for sure. Or else, then what's the point? What's the point? But the good thing with this league phase is that you don't really have, crazy competition or anything like that. Let's see. Arsenal fans, how are you feeling about this? Live updates to the game: Arsenal versus Bilbao Champions League game, the first one of the season. How do you feel about the starting lineup? Eze, Madueke, Gyökeres. I think that's a lineup that you should be seeing goals. Goals. So you just joining, thanks for joining. So in this show, basically, we're just giving updates on the scores, updates on bookings, updates on goals. And then, of course, we'll be talking about every other thing in between, talking about the Champions League games that will be coming up, talking about as well the Premier League fixtures that will be coming up, and other sort of news as they break during this show. So whilst the game Arsenal is going on, we'll talk about Chelsea a bit. Could have won that game. That game was a Brentford, the game that Chelsea should have won. How they managed to throw it away after scoring, late in the game and you feel like, okay, 2-1 win, you go home with it. But then on the flip side, it shouldn't have been enough. It should have been offside because the Brentford player made a move for the ball. But then again, we always hear different sort of takes on this thing. So that's just wild, wild, wild. So the Arsenal versus Bilbao match is still draws 0-0. No changes there. Let's see how it all shakes down with that one. So please don't be too upset. I'll just go for a very, very quick break and I'll be back on here with you guys. So don't go anywhere. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's one kind for that. That's personality this thing because that's personality this thing. That's personality it. And, yeah, so the Arsenal Bilbao game still going on, 16 minutes, no goal scored. But Bilbao seem to be dominating the game. Bilbao are having a dominating the game so far. So um, Gabriel with the ball. Let's see how it progresses. Like Arsenal are gradually coming back into it. Okay, so Arsenal are trying to dominate the game, but still, I think this is a game. This is a tricky one for Arsenal. I think this game is a tricky, tricky one for Arsenal because it's one of those ones where you expected to win, but you could very well just go ahead and lose it because Bilbao on the break, on the counter, Inaki Williams' pace is absolutely swelled. Him and his younger brother just crazy good. I think he's one of the most underrated strikers. I think, and maybe I think one of those things is because the Bilbao love for the club. They don't really want to push to leave. Nico Williams could have quite easily left the season to either Arsenal or maybe Barcelona. I think Barcelona were the closest, but ended up signing a 10-year deal with Bilbao. So there it goes. California with a block. So far, so good. I think it's been a fairly even game, in my opinion. I don't know what you think, but um, said Inaki Williams pressure on Arsenal. I think this is a game where Arsenal need to bypass the midfield of Bilbao because they're going to press crazily, take advantage, let the ball go in behind. And I think Ateta has proven himself to be a manager that can be very pragmatic, even if, for the most part, he wants to play attacking football. But I think this is a game where you bypass that midfield because they're going to keep that pressure coming up. So let me know your score predictions for this game. Arsenal Bilbao. Those opinions on the match. Let me know. It was a good. Raya throws the ball out to Fury. Okay, let's see how it all shakes down when you're thinking about this game and you're super confident. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back, and this will be the last time I'll go up until this half. And so, just to get a few things sorted out, and then we can completely be on. Stream. Yeah. Yeah, so we're back. So how you feeling? Oof, that was a great clearance from Bilbao. Great clearance from Bilbao. Eberezi almost scored. So some opinions on the game. So far, so good. Arsenal fans, how confident are you feeling about this game so far? And we've got a goal in the Champions League, but not for the Arsenal game. So I think two games kicked off around the same time. So the Arsenal versus Bilbao versus Arsenal match, and the PSG versus Union Saint January game as well. So a bit of an upset so far. Saint January scored one away from home to PSV. So with 23 minutes in, the Belgian club are leading. And of course, we get the Borussia Juventus versus Borussia Dortmund coming up way later, in the day um, about 8 o'clock. So let's keep going. 22 minutes in, still 0-0. Wow. Oh, well, I still have a feeling that Arsenal may just win this one. Because I think Arteta, the way he goes about it, I think he may end up winning this. But you just have to be careful. Bilbao on the break, on the counter attack, a dangerous side. So just have to be super, super careful with the way, you know, um, on the play. This is a game that must be won by Arsenal going in. But fair play, this is not something like it's a group game where um, the usual group phase type of thing where you actually know people that you have to beat, where you have to do this league phase. So fair play, fair play to Arsenal. But it's been a draw so far. They haven't been super, super dominant, in my opinion. Apart from that, Berez's chances he got. 22 minutes on. Still no goals. Still no goals, still no goals, still no goals. No goals for Bilbao, none for Arsenal. So far, still drawing the game. Good play by Calafiori. The pressing from Bilbao, wow. Good pressing from Bilbao. Now, Gyökeres, counter attack, what does he do? Weak shot. It was a team effort. But overall, nice on the counter attack. And people say Calafiori, that Gyökeres would fail at Arsenal because he usually plays against high lines. But Premier League teams, most of the teams play high lines anyway. So I think that's not going to be a problem. And of course, in Europe and the Champions League, a lot of teams will play with high lines as well. And that counter attack or counter pressing, I think, will really serve them well here. So still all square, 0-0, Arsenal versus Athletic Bilbao. So those opinions on the game. What your score predictions for the match? How do you see that? How do you see the game panning out? I think Arsenal will still somehow be able to sneak a win. Bilbao on the ball now. Okay. I still think Arsenal will win this, but Bilbao are looking very, very decent. They're looking very decent now. Turnover by Bilbao. Okay. I think Arsenal may very well win this, but Bilbao, the pressure they give Arsenal in their own half. So, but although right now we have Arsenal in Bilbao's half, let's see what can they do with it. What can they do? Athletic Bilbao versus Arsenal Champions League fixture, giving you live updates for scores, cards, and fouls, sending offs, and stuff like that. This is not quite your watch along that you're used to. So it just to give you updates, keep you updated. Maybe you're on the way home from work, or in some way you can really see the game and the score would you just very well do with a not a score prediction, but an update on the score. So I think so far so good. Arsenal have been okay without really being super dominant right now. Although in Bilbao's half, dominating possession, cross comes in. Gyökeres missed that header. Wow. That was a good cross from Timber. And on the counter immediately, Raya did well to read that pass. So Arsenal fans, how are you feeling about this one? You're confident of a result? You should be. But Bilbao are hounding Arsenal. They're absolutely hounding Arsenal. Fine structure, two banks of four. You can see the way they set up. Okay, what's happening there? This game is going to be a really tough one for Arsenal. Going to be a super, super tough one for Arsenal. The way I look at it. Going to be super, super tough. Super, super tough for Arsenal. they're still dominating possession in Bilbao's half. 26 minutes gone. Just hope the stream isn't. Yes, 28 minutes gone on this one. Still 0-0. Arsenal, Bilbao, all square are the minutes. Look at the header again, Nicolas missed. Good cross from Timber. Now, cross from Noni Madueke. Still no goals. Still Union Saint-Gilloise leading PSV by 1 goal. 29 minutes in. Arsenal versus Bilbao. Arsenal still dominating territory, but not doing much with it. I think Bilbao are probably set up in a way where just make life difficult for Arsenal to break them down. And fair play. I think they'll take a draw against Arsenal and then come up against whichever team they come up against. The onus is on Arsenal. Break us down. That's what Bilbao was saying. Break us down. Now, can they hit on the break? What's on? Can they hit on the break? No, not yet. They're going on. So, yellow card to Declan Rice. Game still going on. Arsenal now having a good spell of possession. So let's see how it all shapes up. Arsenal Bilbao. How you seeing it? How you calling it? So far, the game has been even because I think while Arsenal have dominated possession and territory, but Bilbao have been hounding them when they are on the ball. And they have a good structure. You can see 2 banks of 4, so they're making life really difficult for Arsenal, making life difficult for Arteta. But I just feel that Arsenal, some way, would get the win come the end of the match. And already we've got a score, not in the Arsenal game, but in the PSV versus Union Saint-Gilloise. And the Belgian club are leading 1-0 or 0-1. So that's a shock. I wouldn't say quite a shock, but it's a surprising result because you're expecting that PSV should be winning that one. But so far so good. So far so good. 31 minutes gone, no scores. So this is a live update show. We're giving you updates to the game, the goals, the cards, the bookings, everything that goes on in the game. We'll be giving you the sort of updates to the match. So 31 minutes gone. Arsenal fans, how are you feeling about the game so far? So I can't wait for Chelsea to play tomorrow, coming up against Bayern. Whew, that's a fiery fixture. Let's see if Bayern will come up with their high line again. 31 minutes gone. Nothing's changed. So right now, of course, Arsenal dominating possession, but not really doing much with it. Just 1 shot on target. So, like I said, Bilbao is saying, you have the ball, have all the ball. We don't intend to break you down, but any mistake you make, we're going to take advantage of it. So, Bilbao, fair play. You may say anti-football or whatever, but in football, when you're coming up against a team that's better than you or has better players than you have to find a different way to win, find a different way to play, find a different way to get the result that you want. So after dominating possession, 66% of the possession, Bilbao, of course, with 34 shots on target, none. It's been an absolute dross of a game. So there are 2 minutes gone. Let's see how it shapes up. Let's see if we can indeed get a goal. In this game. So Nothing much breaking play. Nothing much is happening. So talk about other things that are happening in the world of football. What do you think about this whole thing going on with FIFA saying they're going to pay even more money to clubs that release their players, for the World Cup? Is that like some sort of insurance fee or something? Because aren't those clubs meant to release their players anyways for the World Cup? Of course, don't get me started on the under 20 issue where clubs, for whatever reason, are not letting their players go, are not letting their players go join um, their teams for this under 20 World Cup. That's just madness to me. So the game starts again. So Bilbao on the ball now. We need to apply some pressure. 33 minutes gone, nothing changed. Uh, let's see if any goal comes from this action. But I think the way I'm saying it right now, maybe I may be calling it too early, but I think this game will end. This first half would end in a draw. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on the game so far. Arsenal fans, how you see the game? Are you been enjoying the match? Your side has had most of the possession, but just one shot at goal, one shot on target. Mm, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's been poor. That's been poor. That's been super poor. Still the same thing, dominating possession. Conceding more fouls on Bilbao. Still, total shots two, one shot on target. Whew, that's absolutely dross football, man. 34 minutes gone. So let's say 11 minutes. And then you add maybe 4 minutes at a time or five. So we're talking about 16, 17 minutes. So far, uh, the way this game is going, man, it may very well end in a draw, at least for this first half. Arsenal are doing their utmost. Oh, clash of heads. Correction, Gabriel. Put down. Okay. Let's see how it shakes down. hmm So if you're a Nigerian fan, have you watched the video I did about Victor Boniface today? Please make sure you watch that video. And as well, I did a video talking about two other players, talking about David Odogu, signed for AC Milan, could possibly be playing for Nigeria. Let's see what happens with that one. We've got Akomolede, signed for Belgian side, Anderlecht from Sporting Lagos. So top marks to them for the job they do in the Creative Championship. Top marks, respect to all they have been doing. So the game, Calafiori on the ball. 36 minutes gone, still nil-nil. More or less the same thing stat-wise. So what do you even think about the lineup? Right now the rating for your correct 3.9. Nothing is happening. The game has really been a poor game. It's been a poor game, right? Arsenal having a lot of the ball, but not really doing anything with it. And of course, Bilbao have just decided you're not going to score against us. We're going to make life difficult for you to break us down. So I want to know what your thoughts are on this game, man. Uh, I knew it's going to be difficult, but I just have a feeling Arsenal will still win this one. Arsenal will still win this one. It's going to be tight. Maybe Ateta could pull out another corner trick, not corner kick, pull up another corner trick, get 3 points, and go home with something in kitty. 37 minutes gone, score still remain the same, not change. I see this half ending nil-nil. I see the half ending nil-nil, in my opinion. I don't know what you think about it, but I think it's just going to be nil-nil come the end of this half. Good. Go on the break. Break. Mhm. What's this thing? Mm-hmm. So we're back, still all square, 39 minutes gone. The Berries on the ball now. What does it do? Fury cross is blocked. I don't know what you think about this game. This game has been really poor. Has been really poor. And it's not just Arsenal's fault. I think Bilbao, the way they've chosen to set up as well, hasn't been super encouraging to free flowing football. But then again, what is free flowing football, by the way? Sometimes you just got to you just got to play in a particular way that suits you, that lets you get the best result you can get from a game. Because I don't get all this proper football gimmick. I don't get it. Right? I don't get it. I don't get the so-called proper football gimmick. Long throw from Calafiore. Can Bilbao one more counter attack? Arsenal press them off. That's good from Arsenal. 4-1. I think, like I said, this half is going to end all square. Ateta been frustrated so far in this game. Just one shot on target, two shots and one shot on target. Wow. Okay. And they get the shot on target now. Blocked. Oh, Bilbao properly set up for this game. They say there's no way we're going to concede. And see, how many of them do they have in the box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good cross by Madueke, cleared. Arsenal probably will not see it. No, this half at least is going to end all square. There's no goals. There's no goals coming in. No goals coming in. That's a goal kick. Goal kick to Bilbao. Timber feeling it. Hope he's not injured though. Arsenal fans, how you feeling about the game? Okay, on the break, Bilbao. What happens here? Ah, oh man, that was close. That was close. That was close. That was really close. That was really close. That was really close. But then again, there you see what's wrong with modern day football, right? You see, you could see the striker or the forward, at least his teammate, not even making the move to the near post. Look at them, they're all standing. They're all standing. And what is he doing? He's raising his hands up for the ball to be played to his feet, as opposed to making that move, in behind, and would have had an absolute tapping. Would have had a tapping on guarded net. Arsenal, Athletic Bilbao, how are you guys feeling about this athletic club? Or the athletic club versus Arsenal and Madueke on the ball. Fouls the Bilbao player. So that's what you get with Madueke. He would always run at his man. He would always put in that effort. So, oosh, that was a foul. That was a foul. Arsenal Bilbao, Athletic Club versus Bilbao. Oh, they came close. Really came close. Really came close. Really came close. The Bilbao player was just standing off, expecting the ball to be crossed to him. And if he had made that run, it would have been open tapping to an unguarded net. Tapping to an unguarded net. But so far, so good. I think this half, we've seen it is going to end 0-0 for the first half. For 3 minutes gone, still no goals. I like the way Bilbao approaches what I say like, but that's the way they've had to. When you're coming up against a team that have better players than you, in Arsenal, you have to set up that way. So that's a corner or a throw into Bilbao. They're not going to give you that free kick. No, okay, a long throw. Do we have a Rory Delap here or a Babatunde long throw specialist? Go in the box. Whew, there's a clearance / shot. Or a bit of both. Half's about to end. Just a little under 45 minutes. Still all square. So this is a live update show, updating, giving you updates on the game, scores, bookings, and other things that happen in the game while we discuss other top football topics that have made the news. Right now, Raya about to take a goal kick. So let's see what happens with that. But I just think 3 minutes added on. I don't think Arsenal can do anything. I think this half would end the way it is. It would end the way it is. Let's see, Gyökeres. Real. Foul by Declan Rice, is it? By Merino. Foul by Merino. So Timber, I just hope he's not injured. Showing these clips of him limping. Nah, I think he's fit. He's good enough to go. Good to go. So Bilbao takes their free kick. Bilbao takes their free kick. And what happens? Nothing. Comes in. Okay, maybe what happens? Cross. Whoa! That was a close one for Arsenal, man. Close one for Arsenal, but once again, nobody anywhere near the cross coming in. Counter attack for Arsenal? No. Stopped. Stopped. Gyökeres has the band over his head. Got the clash of heads with Gabriel. On the counter, Madueke cross it. Deflected. Corner kick. Corner kick. Arsenal have got, I think this should be the last corner for this game, for this half anyways. The last corner kick for this game, for this half. Mm-hmm. Marino. Oh, it's a goal kick in the end. Oh, goal kick. That was a con. Change their mind. Bilbao fans are in fine voice. Absolutely fine voice. They're at home getting a positive result against Arsenal because I think they'll feel if we can draw it against Arsenal, then we can go on to win the next one. I think the the later this game goes, being all square, I think the better the chances of Bilbao getting the win because Arsenal becomes more desperate and they can really hit on the break. And if they get one goal, I think it'll probably be two. Okay, one last chance for Bilbao right now. Okay, what happens? Oh, deflected corner kick for Bilbao. I think that was the pass. Was the pass on? Was that the best option? I think he had some people, teammates should have played his teammates through. Played his teammates through. But then again, the guy took too long making the move. So I think this half is going to end all square. Although Bilbao do have a corner, can they score from this one? If they score, this stadium will absolutely erupt. It would absolutely erupt. Yeah, poor header. That ball was going wide, wide of the mark. And I think this is the end of the first half. Poor header, although he was leaning backwards a bit, was in the best of positions. In the best of positions. So, end of the first half, Athletic Club versus Arsenal. Just some opinions on the game. For me, looking at the game, I just think it has been a really poor one. In my opinion, Arsenal have dominated the lot of the ball, have had a lot of the ball, but haven't really done anything with it. And I would say Bilbao have also been in fine form when it comes to frustrating Arsenal, playing basically at times with two banks of four, making life difficult for Arsenal, as you should 110%. So, just some opinions on the game. Let me know your score predictions, how you think this game would end. Looking at this game, I'm thinking probably it's going to end maybe 1-0 to Arsenal. Arsenal get a corner and convert it, and that will be that. Because the way Bilbao are set up right now, I don't see how they come back to win a game, if they concede the first goal. If they get the first goal from corner kick or a counter, then it becomes horrible for Arsenal. It becomes horrible to play. And that's my opinion. Those some opinions on the game so far. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're seeing. See what you're seeing. So far, so good. Game is over. Chelsea versus Bayern Munich tomorrow. Vincent Company as cities has come up to say, "Oh, I know Enzo Maresca. There's nothing mysterious about how Chelsea play. Of course, there's nothing mysterious. Still the same way he has been playing. So, but I'm just looking at Maresca to say, can you tweak it a bit, like you did for PSG? Tweak game a bit when the need arises. And for me, I want to see some dynamism from the fullbacks, in my opinion, which we haven't seen in this that much in this game. Although Timber has been coming into midfield a bit, so fair play to him in that regard. But how do you think this game would end? And then the Juventus versus Dortmund game as well. Is that a game you're looking forward to? How do you think that would end? But I think Arsenal haven't been really great in this game. They've had the ball, had two or three shots at goal, one on target. That'd be really poor. But I think Bilbao have also been doing a lot to make them look poor, defending stoutly, having two banks of four. So I think Bilbao, they're what the points are ending right now. They're what the points they are ending right now. So there's a break for the first half. I will go off and I will come back, to continue with this update. It's the first one I'm doing for the Champions League. So we'll get this right. We'll get some panelists on here for the next one, hopefully tomorrow. Let's see how that all shapes up. So don't go anywhere. I'll just be back in a jiffy. Mm. Mm. I definitely want to test it. Try and work. Mm. So, what have you made of the game so far? First half has ended. Of course, like I said, no goal scored. Um, do you have any feeling that Arsenal could win this one? Just an opinion. Let me know your comments. What do you think about the game? For me, it's been boring, if I'm completely honest. But on the flip side of it, sometimes in football, you kind of see this kind of game because first game of the Champions League, both teams, no one wants to concede. You go home with a draw. It's disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. But you go home with a loss, then immediately the pressure's on you to you're playing catch up. So I think the second half should be starting very soon. So let's see how that all shapes up. And then, what substitution do you think Ateta should make? If you're an Arsenal fan, let me know your opinions. If you want to also join the call, I can drop the link to this video in the chat. You can click and join as well. So let me know. Oh, you know what? I'll just do it anyways. I'll just do it. And if anyone wants to join, you can just click and you can join it. You can join the call. So I've been doing a lot of interesting stuff on the channel as well. So we now have 2-tier membership. If you want to join the channel and become a member, help the channel grow, that would really be helpful. Because what I want to do with the whole membership thing is to help me create more exclusive content for you guys to enjoy, to enjoy as well. And I want to be able to give back to the footballing community from this channel. Hopefully that happens, and I hope you are part of that journey with me as well. But for today, we're talking about Arsenal versus Athletic Bilbao, or rather Athletic Bilbao versus Arsenal, or how do they call themselves? Athletic Club versus Arsenal. The game has been, I wouldn't say one way. Arsenal have been dominating possession, but haven't really been doing anything with the ball. So for me, I just kind of say maybe it's one of those games that one goal from a set piece or a corner kick, and Arsenal will steal the win and go back to London with it. So let's see how it all shapes up. And then I've been asking the question: what are your opinions on this whole thing of FIFA giving more money to clubs that will be releasing their players for the FIFA World Cup? What does that even mean? Aren't you meant to release your players anyways for the World Cup? So is it just to compensate teams for the Club World Cup? It's just madness to me. And maybe this is Infantino and FIFA trying to lay foundation for having the World Cup every 2 years as opposed to every 4 years. Because if you have the World Cup every 2 years and you get give huge chunks of cash to the clubs, then they wouldn't complain that much. As long as you give them some good bucks, they're okay. They're okay. They don't care how many times you play. They got to play. And also, what do you think about this new thing that FIFA, I wouldn't say proposed, have come up with, to say rather than having the 3 international breaks, you end up having 2, something like that, where they're merging 2 cycles of international matches, merging them into one. So I think for people who love international football like me, you would enjoy, but it does feel like it would be a bit strenuous on the players. That's what some people are saying anyways. But when you look at it, you just ask yourself, isn't it kind of better in a way? You go and you play, you're done, and then you travel once to your national team, and then you travel back once, as opposed to you travel like you've done this September, and now you're traveling again by next month because you have international break next month to international football again. So, it's just about opinions on that as well. And for me, one thing that's also bugging me with FIFA, apart from the 3 points deduction, they've not yet deducted those 3 points from South Africa. That's one. And then this whole thing of clubs don't have to release their player for the Under-20 World Cup. It's just madness to me, and especially that so you have some players who are nowhere near the first team. So I'm saying because of the Club World Cup, and then they're doing it for the entire league, for teams that didn't even participate in any way, shape, or form in the Club World Cup. This thing, and everything the players will suffer. So that's why I think when you see the likes of Isak pulling the stuff he did to get his move to Liverpool, at some point you want to say, oh, they've done something wrong. The way you're going about is too harsh. But I think the players are the only ones that can really protect themselves. Yeah, they're the only ones that can actually, protect themselves, take decisions to save their own self, because FIFA doesn't really care as long as they get to play as many matches as they want and make as much money as they want. The club don't really care that much as long as they keep making money. And there's all this to talk about insurance of players having to sue FIFA and things like that. So maybe FIFA giving more money to the clubs, that just shuts them up even more. And so the players have to fight for themselves. And let's see how it all shapes up. If you're Nigerian watching this channel, I've dropped not even Nigerian, I've dropped 2 videos on the channel today. Two a player that could play for Nigeria. You check that out as well. So Juventus, Real Madrid, and Marseille getting set. Juventus and Dortmund as well. I think that would be an absolute cracker. Keep your eyes open for that one. Let's see how it all shapes out. Obama Young. I think he was unfairly treated by Arteta. You know, Arteta just came in with this new manager bounce. I'm going to bench if you. I'm going to drop you. You're not going to play. So we've got second half about to start. So let's see how it shakes down. Can we get any goals? Can we get some goals, please? Can we get some goals, please, in this game? Arsenal taking on Athletic Club in Spain. There was a clash of heads earlier, so Gyökeres has a band around his head, so they are coming up Ebereze, Calafiori, Madueke, 2 players that could have been playing for Nigeria that we ended up losing to England. Still annoys me, especially on the Ebereze front, because Nani Madueke, I don't think that was ever close to him playing for Nigeria, but Ebereze was in the building, man. He was in the building. So I'll never forgive the NFF for this. I will never forgive the NFF for this. Never would lie. Forgive the NFF for this. The game will start right now. So second half about to start. Arsenal versus Athletic Club. Let's see how it shapes up. Let's see how it shapes up. So kick off for the goalkeeper. Long ball played. Oh my. Still 0-0. A long ball. Gyökeres just got shoved in the back. Definitely, that should be a free kick. The Bilbao player just whoop. There you go. So Arsenal fans, how are you feeling about the Champions League? Do you think this is your year? Madueke has the ball. Okay, he goes at his man. Cross comes in. Weak cross. Weak cross. Mm-hmm. Okay. Bilbao have the ball. Like I said, the game has started just like it ended. Not much going on. I know it's still early days in the second half, but still, ah, what is he explaining? I don't know what's up with these players. You explain to your team, to your opponent. What are you explaining? What do you want him to do? Okay. Bilbao encamped in their own half. Arsenal on the ball. Okay. Let's see what happens with this one. Bereze comes inside. I said he's not quite a winger. He can stand out wide, but he's not really going to be that player to hold width for you. I just want him to come be number 10 for Nigeria, but that's not happening. Bereze, is that a foul? Mm-hmm. Wow, this fourth official is tall, man. Is it the tallest fourth official we've ever seen? Free kick to Bilbao. I mean to Arsenal. Can Arsenal steal an early goal? Declan Rice is he now the new David Beckham? because he scored 2 free kicks last season in Champions League. Declan Rice, is that going to be an in-swinger for sure? Free kick. Whoa! That was close, man. That was close. Gyökeres missed that chance. I wouldn't say it was the easiest chance in the world, but I think he should have done better. He should have done way better with that opportunity. Wow. He should have done way better with the opportunity, in my opinion. But way better. Way better. Way better. That was DDA. You know where that ball is going to. Into the net. Arsenal taking on Athletic Club. Still 0-0. Right now, not seeing anyone winning this one. Goal kick to Athletic Bilbao about taking it. So it's taken now, but still, the game's still going the same metric. This goal is one of those games you say needs a goal. It does need a goal. This is just stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Nothing is happening. Free kick to Bilbao. Nah. Inaki Williams. You know, he plays for Ghana. His brother plays for Spain. But he's a basketball. Well, foul. Okay. 2-0. Bilbao have a throw in. Just came off his foot. Bilbao still with the ball. Goalkeeper. Long ball. Ugh. Okay. This game is still going the same way. Gyökeres, can you? Oh no, goalkeeper cleared it. Throw into Arsenal. I think that they're now trying to, be more, to have more initiative. Pass comes in, intercepted by Bilbao, and the counter attack now. The counter attack. The guy's free. No. Inaki Williams on the ball. That free kick. That's a throw in. What is the referee saying? I think the counter, they got it wrong. The pass was on the other side. I guess Inaki Williams is the main man. Gabriel. So what are they claiming the foul for? So this is what Bilbao are looking for. So-called pressure, hit on the break. Inaki Williams. Shot blocked. Okay, what's happening? Now in Arsenal's half, the club. Spot the chance. Can Arsenal go on the break? No. Still in their own half. Bereze way in the Arsenal's half. So distance covered, Arsenal had covered 58.44. And Bilbao covers 57. That's the story of the game. That we have to be looking at distance covered. Gyökeres gets the ball, drops it up for Madueke. And then, can he cross it now? Saved by the goalkeeper. Good play, Gyökeres, good hold-up play, and then sets up and on Madueke for the cross, but goalkeeper saved it. So Arsenal now, throw into Arsenal. This game, wow. 51 minutes gone. And seeing the cross again. Puts it in. And it could have sneaked in. The cross could have sneaked in. That could have been Madueke's first goal for Arsenal. Throw into Arsenal. Look at how they are fighting not to concede the corner. That's true. Timber, what does he do? You're in Timber. Foul on the Bilbao player. This game, it feels like a draw to me. It does feel like a draw, but like I said, Arsenal can steal this with the corner, one goal to nil, and that will be curtains because Ateta will shut up shop because he's shown that he can be pragmatic sometimes. But overall, the game hasn't really been the best. Hasn't been the best. Hasn't been the best. Madueke again was saying this, and that could have sneaked in. That could have sneaked in. If the goalkeeper had just anticipated a cross, that would have been the back of the net. Would have been the back of the net. I'm saying Athletic Club. Well, one thing you can say for Athletic Club is that they've made Arsenal play the kind of game they wanted Arsenal to play. I'm sure coming into this game, Bilbao would have said, okay, we sit deep, they try to overpower us and then constantly hit them on the break. And they've done it a couple of times, but they've been getting the last pass wrong. Because at some points you have areas where Arsenal have been left open, but they're just not playing the ball there. So so what happens when you get to that ball? That's obviously he won the ball. I can't see what he won. Madueke on the ball right now. Okay, takes on his man. Okay, what do you make of Noni Madueke at Arsenal, anyways? I mean, I think he's been okay. He had a good game, but nothing different from what he's been doing at Chelsea. Nothing different. People are trying to sing a different story right now, trying to make him better than he was at Chelsea. He was the same player. It was just that people always have a thing out for Chelsea, number one. And then, of course, you have this thing with these American owners where people want their project to fail. I am very critical of how this blue clearly people run the club, but still, it happens sometimes. Madueke goes past his man. Timber makes the run. Ugh, always crowded in the mouth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Arsenal, what can they do right now? Oof! Uh, Nice, decent low shot by Noni Madueke, but that wasn't going to fucking one. Nil so far, still all square. So just to say, forgive me, I'll just be doing this one for today. And then tomorrow I'll be doing the Chelsea one, Chelsea taking a buy-in. Need to get more people on the panel, so let's see how that all will be panning out. Madueke is possessed, and I'm sure all those all those Madueke hitters will be out now having fun. Saying we told you, just one game. Because he's been very good. He's very good. But when you look at this Arsenal team, when you talk about who's actually been trying, who's actually been putting Bilbao on the back foot, it's been Madueke. Not very easy. On the counter attack, drop the ball, just get it. Naki Williams. Oh, the angle just closed. And that was a very tame shot in the That was a very tame shot. That could have been it. If Bilbao scores the first goal, I'm thinking this is curtains. But nah, easy save for Raya. Easy save for Raya. There's no way that I was going to beat him. There's no way that was going to beat me if I was in goal even. Not that I would ever be in goal for Arsenal though, but they have. So Arsenal on the ball. What's happening with that one? Let's see what's happening. So what do you make of this? I know we've had some issues today. Hasn't been seamless, but we move because we're going with it. Free kick to Arsenal, very close to the midfield. Like Bilbao about to make a change, about to make a sub. About to make a sub, so let's see how that goes. Who's coming on, who's going off. But definitely a foul. That's almost like a wrestling move. Noni Madueke on the ball. Here you go. What does it do? 1v1. Go into midfield. Declan Rice. Timber. Izzy. Now, if Arsenal don't win this game with this lineup, I think should be embarrassed, Arsenal fans. Should be embarrassed if Arsenal can't win a Bilbao side with this game. When you look at Bilbao, it's just pure coaching. That's how I think they win games because they don't have the spending power of Real Madrid, Barcelona for sure, and not even as much Atletico Madrid, but they always see themselves constantly in the Champions League. But you would argue that for the top 5 European clubs, La Liga is kind of Madueke. That was a poor cross, man. That was a poor cross from Madueke. A poor one. I can admit when he gets it wrong. Yeah, I can admit it. So throw into Bilbao in Arsenal's half. I think Madueke is coming off. Is it coming off? He's just jogging backwards. I think he is coming off for Arsenal. Is it? No, it's not coming off. It's Bilbao. Someone is coming off for Bilbao. So, how have you seen the game so far? Nothing much in terms of shots and targets. Of course, Madueke has put some crosses in, but not so dangerous. Navarro comes off. Gomez comes on. So, let's see how we go with this one. Throw in. Game restarts. Athletic Club in possession right now. So what can they do with the ball right now? So can they start an attack? I think they're really missing Nico Williams because I think he gives them that impetus wide on that left hand side, and then you have Inaki Williams making the runs through the middle. So I think it's a big miss for them. It's a big miss for them. Okay, Arsenal trying to play out from the back. Bilbao, can you put them under pressure now? Okay. Counter, Timber, ball cleared. Okay. Now Bilbao have the ball on the counter now. What can they do? Okay, Arsenal have the ball. Can they come out from there? Madueke tackled. Out for an Arsenal throw-in. 61 minutes gone. Still the same old, same old. Nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. Will this be a draw? Will this be a draw? Oh, well. It feels that way. It does feel that way. But I still say this. I still maintain Arsenal may very well be able to snag a win from a corner or something. Mm-hmm. Cross coming in. Madueke gets the ball. What does he do now? Timber. Fled. Ball is cleared. Cross coming in from Arsenal. Good luck. This has been the story of this game. Not been pretty. It's not been effective either. It's just been a dross of a game. A dross from a game. But we won't blame them. We don't want to be the side to catch the first L in this league phase. So I'll be back on the counter. That's when you sit so deep, you don't have that much bodies when you want to go on the counter. That's the problem. When you sit so deep, everyone behind the ball, when you have an opportunity to go on the counter attack, you don't really have anyone there to hit with a pass. So your counter attack becomes futile, next to nothing, next to non existent. So Bilbao on the ball now. Okay, what happens? First goes in. What's happening right now? Okay, Arsenal on break. Gyökeres. To be fair to the Swede, he has been feeding off scraps. He has been feeding off scraps. This entire game. He has having to force himself into positions. I haven't seen real. There was a corner he missed, but I wouldn't say it's absolutely gilt edge, but he's coming off. Wow, for Trossard. My, what? Arteta, what are you doing? Mikel Arteta, what are you doing? What are you doing? Taking off Gyökeres for Trossard? Of course, you can take off any striker, including anybody, but bringing on Trossard in place? So who do you think they're going to play through the middle? I know, and I think the injury as well, he had the clash of heads, but if you're taking off a striker, Arsenal, do you guys even have a second striker? Opportunity cleared. Not mucking about. This is one thing that some teams don't get. When you should be reading the pitch, so to speak. When you're under pressure, you don't mess about with the back, you just let the ball get out of the pitch, you clear it. Pass comes through, very easy. No one in the middle. Whoa. Marino's header. Marino, the king of head game. Good header, but wasn't really that good, if I could say that. So 65 minutes gone, no goals yet. Bilbao trying to hit on the break, but haven't had much joy either. Arsenal dominating possession, dominating territory sometimes, but have just been unable to do anything with it, to do nadarino with it. That's what they've done. They've done nadarino with the ball, despite the possession. Okay, making another change again. Bilbao making another substitution. 66 minutes gone, no goal scored. Flicked. No one coming onto that ball. Wow. This game has been, wow. Exactly. It's been one of those games where you just wonder why you're watching it. Just for the fact that you love football, but this Champions League game has really been poor, been a poor one. This game has been a poor one, really poor. Really poor. Really poor one. So free kick given away by Gabriel. Nil. Some opinions on the game. I think this game has been really poor. Really poor. If this was your first Champions League game and you've been introduced, this is what the Champions League looked like. I'm sure you would say to yourself, I'm never watching Champions League again. And also we made sunset coming enough, I think. Adama Biro. Okay, Sunset out, Adama Biro out, Yuri on, Yuri on. Is it Yuri? Yeah, Yuri on. So let's see what they're trying to do. What do you think about this Bilbao policy of only signing players from in and around the area? Is it something you like? I know the purists will come up to say, that means the club is really your own and all the stuff, but doesn't it affect, your ability to win games, man? Your ability to really do things. Inaki Williams just comes in. Is he taking a shot? Too much time on the ball. They hunt Arsenal in mad places, man. And what do you know? They're giving away a free kick. Toss it on the ground. So just 20 odd minutes to go in this game. And it's a bit odd. You have a striker in a game you want to win, and you take off the striker and you bring on, I don't know, what the Structure anyway these days? Where does he play? Is he a striker or a winger or a 10? It just seems to float around, and I don't think he's super, super fantastic. Due respect to Trussell, but I don't think he's super, super fantastic at any of those areas. So showing this again, the shot was never going to beat Raya. If you beat Raya with that shot, you should no longer play football. You shouldn't play football anymore. Shouldn't. Been a weak game. Weak game. It's been a poor game. Poor game. Okay. Bilbao on the counter. Just do stuff. Makes you wonder, what are they even doing? Okay. Maybe with the ball. Same head ball back. Look at Bilbao. Almost gave away a goal. I'm thinking this is going to be one of those games, a corner kick, a mistake, a free kick from the gods. But I don't think it'll be from open play. A free kick to Bilbao. That's what you're going to get. That's what this game has been like. It's been so, so poor. But I'm committed to giving you this update, so we keep going. 70th minute. No goals. Arsenal making the sub. Iberize coming off for Martinelli. Now, what do you think about, Waneri? It's almost like his stock has fallen so low at Arsenal. So, 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 so low. So low. His stock has fallen so low. My word. He doesn't even come off the bench anymore. Like maybe with 10 minutes to go. I don't quite get it. If you're thinking of Iberize, for instance, maybe he should be coming on. Maybe he should be coming on. Now let's see what's happening here right now. Let's go. Arsenal on the break. Can they score now? That's a goal. Goal. That's it. It's over. It's over. That's a goal. That's a goal. Martinelli comes on and scores. Martinelli comes on and scores. How did that even happen? How did that even happen? How did that happen? How did that happen? What? The goal just came out from nowhere. Game just out of nowhere. And then Whammo. Long ball from the goalkeeper. That ball is won. That's it. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? You can see the man. Why not stay back and wait for him to win the ball, and then you can do something with it? Ah, look at the goalkeeper. That wasn't even a good finish by this guy. Played it, and the goalkeeper just messed it up. Well, Arsenal have got a goal. Probably the win is now 1-0. A goal to nil. Arsenal score. Arsenal score, see that bench excited. So we're going to hit with his pace now. Let's keep hitting those balls because he's faster than every one of them. So keep it flowing that way. Arsenal. 23 minutes gone. So I think it's over now. I think it's over. I don't see how Bilbao can get into this game because the only thing they had going for them was all draws. It was all square, keep holding the ball. I said defensive lapse in concentration because the Bilbao player had no business trying to go win that ball. You're playing a high line at that point. You stay there and wait for the man to touch the ball, especially when he had two other players around him. So now Arsenal with time wasting tactics. Okay, ball played. We're going to be able to come out now. No, Bilbao still hounding them on the ball. Go out wide now. Mm, 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 mm. So, thoughts and opinions on this game, how it's gone. Arsenal have got their goal. They had 4 shots on target to Athletic Club's 1. So, free kick against Arsenal. Get up if you're not really hot. I think Musquera has been a tidy buy, tidy acquisition for Arsenal. Oh, mm, 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 mm. Comes on. Let's do with the ball. He gets it. Eyes up now. Can you get the ball? Ball to the plate. Okay. As I don't see any way Bilbao comes into this game. I don't see any way they come into the game. Rather, I don't see any way they get a goal in the game. 75 minutes gone. Cross comes in. Then cross into the box. Flicks on. Easy save for Raya. Was that the clash of heads? Clash of heads. Clash of heads, and there's blood somewhere. Somewhere under the river. 76 minutes played. No one goal to Arsenal. Great run for Martinelli and an okay finish. Okay, what happened there? Cross into the box. Flash of head. Oof. That's a nasty one. That's a nasty, nasty one. Ooh. I think both of them will have to come off. I think stitches. So, thoughts on the game? What do you think about this match? It's been a dull one. The goal, of course, I think livened up Bilbao a bit, trying to put more pressure on the ball. And the way they consider that goal is just the madness that happens to players sometimes. Like, there's no way you're winning that ball in the midfield. What are you going there to do? But stop Marks Martinelli made the run, got the goal. Fair play. Fair play. Fair play. It's like Merino may have to come off because he's still on the floor. Unai been able to get on his feet and walk off. And maybe Merino would need to have some stitches to have some stitches to his head. So Saturday got the Merseyside derby, Liverpool taking on Everton. People are trying to say it's a huge rivalry. Of course, location-wise, it's a huge rivalry, but in terms of results, I think Liverpool just always get the better of Everton. Location-wise, geography-wise, history-wise, of course, it's a rivalry. But in terms of who wins it, in terms of denying points, I don't think it's much of a rivalry in that regard. But let's see if this season is going to be different. Because I think they started better than I expected as Everton, and of course you've got Tyler Diblin, you've got Jack Grealish, you've got in addition to Ndai that they've always had. I think so. Another with Moyes again, so that might be tasty. It would not mind. It would actually be tasty. Be a tasty game to watch. Arsenal taking on Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool taking on Everton. Liverpool taking on Everton. So the game has restarted. 79 minutes on the clock. Well, both players have had to go off. Wow, they've had to go off. So are they both playing with 10 men? Let's go on 72nd minute. Go with the ball. Williams keeps making that move central when there's no space. Oh my word, man. No, no, it's disappointing. Disappointing. Bilbao, like I said, once they consider the goal, there's no plan on how they can get back into the game. They looked alive for a bit, but they've sort of fizzled out. I think this game is going to end 1-0 to Arsenal. Going to end 1-0 to Arsenal. Oof. Kicked his car while he was trying to take a shot. Fair play, didn't see him coming, so nothing malicious there, but that stings, man. That really, really stings. Is Calafiori going to have another injury? So Arsenal, Athletic Club, 1 goal to Arsenal, 0-1. No goals to Athletic Club, sorry. Oh, he's been taken off. He came on and had to go off. Oh, wow. So barely 9 minutes to go in this game. Like I said, it was a mistake that led to the goal, but fine one by Martinelli. And an okay finish. But the goalkeeper, I think, could have done a lot better. The goalkeeper could have done a lot better. So 9 minutes on the clock. One ball in. Okay. Well, I think the game is over. Possession now 39% to Arsenal, 61 to maybe in the last 5 minutes. But I don't think that's for even the entire half. That's it. Attack has died. So this game has been a real boring game to watch overall. It's not the one you want to use as an advert for the game, but overall, Arsenal will be happy that we've got the lead, and the way the game is rolling on, it just feels like they're going to end up winning the game that 1-0. Okay, nah. Their counter-attacks are so poor. Their counter-attacks are so poor. So poor. I think the Athletic Club. Even when they try to counter, it's so poor. It's almost like they keep going to the wrong direction. Yeah, well. And Is almost up. Free kick to Arsenal. Raya taking it. Raya taking it. Let's play it. Okay. That's it. I say the game is done. It's done. It's done. It's done. The only chance they had was when it was 0-0. But right now, the way they're built, they're not built to really take huge advantage of this. Of like being a team that has to the cross comes in, deflectors are gonna for a corner kick to Arsenal. Will we have another corner special for Arsenal? Will we have another corner for Arsenal? Gabriel Hines from Manchester United is a left back now on the books for Arsenal. Okay, 83 minutes gone. Okay, let's see what happens with this corner kick. Let's see what happens with this corner kick. Yellow card for time wasting. I think that should be for Noni Madueke. Cross coming in from the corner. Cross before you get sent off. Wouldn't that be mad? 2 yellow cards for time wasting on the same spots. Cross taken. Played by Bilbao. Nothing doing. Counter attack. Okay, what's happening? Oh, they really miss Nico Williams. They really miss Nico Williams because he's usually the outlet down this left hand side, and then Inaki Williams through the middle. So they really missed him today. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, well. Mm-hmm. 85 minutes gone, 5 minutes to go. Mm. So some Madueke, I think he's been okay, not super fantastic, but I think he was better than the Berries in my opinion even. So for those Arsenal fans that celebrated signing of Eze, but they're upset when your club signed Madueke, then what are you thinking now? I'm not saying Ibereze is a bad player. I'm not saying Madueke is even better than him, but you know, there's no way they're getting anything from this game. If anything, Arsenal will just sneak another goal, one way or the other. Madueke, oh, looking to take on his man. He used to do that at Chelsea all day long. So I think Arsenal now will just see this game off, keep possession, keep the ball moving around, just be professional about it. Because there's no need to take any risk here. There's no need. That's a free kick to Athletic Club. Referee. So Martinelli again. Can he do anything different? Can he be a game changer here as well? Oh my word. They've considered again. Deflected shot by Trossard. Wow, 2-0 to Arsenal. But that's it. That's it done. That's it done. That's it done. That's it done. Mm-hmm. That's it. I said if anything else, Arsenal will get the win. We'll get the second goal. Get the second goal. Let's see the replay. Bilbao fans are saying there's a foul. The referee decided he's not going to give it. Are we having VAR in football anymore, or we're taking it off? But this was a foul. Zubimendi wasn't even trying to go for the ball. That should have been a foul. That should have been a free kick to Bilbao. But anyways. Put the ball in. But isn't Madueke offside? Goal, that's it, it's done. Curtains, over. Nothing can change. So, more or less, the game done. Maybe we'll end the show here, but stay to the end. Wouldn't it be funny if Bilbao just scored a goal now and when they have been unable to get a shot on target? Uh, so, 188 minutes. I think this is done. This is done. This is done. Okay, what can they do? No, it's over 88 minutes. I don't even see anything that going to be able to achieve here. Advantage, Inaki Williams. Got the ball out. Good one. Okay. That's it. That's the problem. When your game is just built on frustrating the opponent, once they get a goal, there's nothing you can really do. Like, what are the options? What are your options? So that's it. So it's done, 89 minutes. So I just hope the referee doesn't give such a heavy added on time because I don't see the point of it. Ah, wow. Oh my word. This is done, done, done. 2-0 to Arsenal. The game is over. I know a couple of minutes to be added by the referee, but overall the game is done. How isn't this a foul? That should have been a foul, but anyways, they didn't give it. And then the defenders were cowardly with that. No one was willing to actually put themselves and between the shots. So that's what you get. Ball deflected off and it's gone in. Calafiori comes off. So how many minutes is being added? Ngapié comes on for Arsenal. So referee, how many minutes have you added? 6 minutes. Wow, I think it shouldn't be that long, but there you have it. 1 minute added, 6 minutes added. And we're already into the first minute. Yellow card for someone. Yep. Yellow card for Zubimendi. There's a pointless yellow card. You're leading 2-0. 6 minutes added. Why not let the ball and just walk away? That's silly, silly, silly. I hope that yellow card comes back to bite him because that was a silly one to concede. Or to get, rather. Williams, get up. You're not getting that one. So ball in play. It's over. The game is done. Bilbao are not even going to score again. They're not going to score any more goals. So Arsenal, cross comes in. This is basically now just making sure you don't have any high blood pressure moments from an Arsenal fan's perspective. The referee should have just ended this game because there's no chance of anybody doing anything else in this game. The ball give the ball away. Okay, on ball, and now free kick to Athletic Club. 4 minutes left. Good header. Okay. This game is well and truly done. Ball with the goalkeeper at the back for Athletic. Can they at least salvage the goal? Can they get a goal? Can they get a goal? Do something with this counter attack now. No. 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 Nothing. Chance is gone. Chance is gone. 3 minutes left. Game. The referee might as well end it here because nothing's going to happen. That's the thing with referee. If you're going to allow certain pools, to go unpunished, then let it be consistent. Let it be consistent all around. Let it be consistent all around. Because that was the same thing that should have been a foul against women in the build up to, that second goal. So I think Bilbao was devastated in this group. Absolutely shattered. I think their fans now going home, and they should. And they should. Because there's no way you perform even if you score now, which is stretching it. There's no way you're getting the second one. So you might as well go home, beat the traffic, and go home. So 4 minutes gone, 2 minutes left to play in added on time. So what have you made of the game? Let me know your opinions about this match. It's been one of those ones you question your love for the game, but there you have it. The coaches are not there to make you love the game; they're there to make their team get points. Okay, eyes up, let the pass through. He's gone offside because Mr. Man refused to carry his head up, and the chance is gone. Chance is gone. So, Arsenal fans, how you reacted to the game? You happy with it? You taking it this way, or you have something to say about the performance? For me, as a rival fan, I'll say, yeah, you always take a 3 points. 3 points from a bad performance over no points or 1 point from an excellent performance. And this is one of those games where you just take the bad performance, go home with 3 points any way you get it. So 1 minute left on the clock. So thoughts and opinions on this game. Everyone let me know your thoughts. What you're thinking, what you're feeling about this one. Chelsea, what do you think we're going to do tomorrow against Bayern? Bayern are going to play a higher line for sure. They're going to press. So can you beat that press? Can you beat that press? And Bayern will come with super pacey players. And of course, Nicholas Jackson can play against Chelsea, which is odd to me why a player on loan gets to play against his parent club. And that's another fooling around by UEFA. But there you have it. He's going to play. And he said if he scores, he will celebrate. So fair play. No chummy, that's in my opinion, from a Chelsea fan perspective. It's done. 15 seconds. There's no point in this game anymore. Referee just end it. Just end it. There's nothing they can do with this. It's done. It's done. It wasn't even a good Arsenal performance. It was surely one referee. Let the game end. It's done. It is done. It is done. It is done. First comes in, no one in the box, and it's over. So finally, we are put out of our misery. I can finally rest my neck. This game has been super tiring to watch, but Arsenal fans, I'm sure, wouldn't care one bit, and neither should they. Got all 3 points, 2 goals on the board to start the game, to start the Champions League campaign. Let's see if this will be their year. And then, of course, let's see what's happened with the Union Saint-Gilloise game. Whoa! They beat PSV at home. Goals from Kevin McAllister and from Anwar Ait El Hadji. I think this is the player that was at Anderlecht at one point. And then Promise David got the first goal or a penalty for Union. And PSV got a goal from Ruben Van Bommel. I think it's Van Bommel's son. So, Marco Van Bommel's son. So, overall, that's been it so far. This is something I've tried, working on getting things to work better. But overall, some opinions on this, let me know what you think. But we've come to the end of the first update, live update for Champions League Day 1. We'll continue with this tomorrow when Chelsea will be taking on Bayern, and we'll keep you informed on that. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for supporting this channel. Let's keep moving. Let's keep growing. And I'll see you on yet another video. Stay well and definitely stay blessed. Bye-bye.